All right, guys, I kind of left y'all hanging with this build. We are building a pop-up TV countertop roll-around bar for outside. It's going to be so cool. We built the frame out of 2x4s and then I'm covering it in plywood. So I used Block and Wall, which is a liquid rubber for the edges of the plywood to waterproof it. We got the mechanism installed to lift up the TV and it is working great. This is not a TV specific for outside. It's just a regular old TV. We've had one out here for years. It's not meant for outside and it's been fine. And of course our roll around bar had to have a monster refrigerator in it. We are using butcher block countertop for the top of it. We got that all cut down and installed and then I stained it. This is Spice Brown by Duracell. It's such a beautiful color. I went ahead and put that Block and Wall on the entire side of the plywood just to make sure it was extra waterproofed. We had to test out the TV with the butcher block on top to make sure it worked, and it works just fine. I ordered an additional door for the side of it, so I went ahead and cut out a hole for that, and then I was debating on what to put on the side of it. I thought peel and stick tile maybe, but then ultimately we ended up going with this micro cement that you just rub on the side, which was kind of tedious, a little bit of a pain, but it worked out so well. Once the side of it was all done, we installed all the doors, and these were super easy to install and really good quality. Now, I do not use painter's tape for paint, but I do use it for caulk because it creates that perfect caulk line. But again, I don't trust it for paint. Then my daughter helped me cut down some plywood. That is a centipede stand that I use instead of sawhorses because that thing is amazing. And then when I went back to edit all my footage, I saw my daughter was making faces at the camera, which is hilarious. She's your typical teenager. She's not the biggest fan of helping me with my projects, but she doesn't complain too much. Now, originally I had ordered drawers for that bar, but that wasn't going to work out because of the placement of our smoker that's going next to it. So instead of returning the drawers to Amazon, I decided to build its own box for some drawers, and we'll have another little outdoor roll around like tabletop area. This was pretty simple. I just put it all together with pocket hole screws and then put some more Block and Wall on it, added wheels to the bottom, and then covered it in more micro cement. I did make a mess here, but it turned out fine, and I did it in my kitchen. I did get a little bit on the tile, but I cleaned off really well. And here I'm using a sanding block that is meant for concrete. That thing is heavy. And then I got the drawers installed. I'll be buying another piece of butcher block countertop for the top of this, but the piece I'm going to buy is going to be way bigger than what I need. I was considering using the excess to make a pop-up countertop like that hangs down from the sides of it, if that makes sense. So that way the whole countertop could be bigger when needed. What do you think? I did use caulk on the edges of all this on the big countertop and this small one right here, so that way it was nice and all waterproofed. And stay tuned to my page if you want to see the reveal of this. It'll be coming up shortly.